Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty interesting news coming out with the brand new leaks for the PlayStation 5 Slim. Now, I'm going to go and preemptively say this, we don't 100% know if it's going to be the Slim. For the sake of this video and title, I'm going to call it the Slim. It is very likely to be the Slim, but either way, it's the brand new PlayStation 5 integration and variant. So it could just be technically like a PlayStation 4.0 of its brand new next-gen updates, but most likely everyone with kind of somewhat bigger internal changes, which we're going to cover all throughout this video. Let's go use the codename PS5 Slim, because I think pretty much everyone is assuming it is the Slim version. So until we get the official confirmation from PlayStation, bear in mind, any PlayStation 5 Pro or Slim news is still very, very heavily implied leaks or rumors. Always a heads up, I always want to be transparent with you guys. But I'd probably bet money this is the PlayStation 5 Slim, so don't mind them the title. But there is actually brand new information that came out as of today discussing what is going to be going on with the new model, what is being changed, how the PlayStation 5 Slim or 4.0 PlayStation is going to be. And we're going to talk about this, talk about what is actually being changed, the internals, and everything else. So hopefully you guys will enjoy, as well as make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the Twitter and Twitch room down below. We'd love to have you guys follow, and of course, leave your thoughts and comments and likes down below, and let's dive into it. So as you guys may or may not have been seeing, the PlayStation 5 Slim is looking very, very likely, and will be most likely all this information that we're talking about. It has not been officially confirmed. There's always a chance it's not. I always want to be transparent with that one. But we've been seeing a lot of this that we covered yesterday, where PlayStation 5 are being price cut pretty much everywhere. In Europe, in the UK, we even saw brand new listings on Amazon themselves that have officially confirmed until August 10th, at least in a lot of these European countries, the PlayStation 5 price is now down. It is rumored to also happen too as well in America, in the United States, although we have not had official confirmation yet, but 4 of 5 of the leaks have come true, and the United States will most likely have some sort of price cut in the next few weeks. We just have not seen it officially go live as of yet. But a lot of folks are wondering why. And I think the big reason is probably because the PlayStation 5 Slim or the next PlayStation 5 variant is coming out soon, so they're trying their best to go and fine-tune and get rid of all the stock they possibly have. Let's say you made 5 million consoles per contract. They want to probably sell at least 4 million of them as of right now, and maybe have a slight buffer as they're announcing and talking about the next console generation, and then use that to go and leverage into pushing towards the PS5 4.0 or the PS5 Slim. But a lot of folks are assuming now with this price cut going down that it's probably going to be sooner rather than later, and the initial early leaks / comments are supposed to be for September as of this year. Now, that's only 2 months away, although there is a few rumored big events coming in the near future, so we'll have to go and see. It may be slightly delayed or maybe even pushed later on, but currently a lot of folks are assuming this fall we might have a PS5 Slim or just a brand new baseline version, which once again, it makes a lot of sense. Pretty much there's bundles for sale. The normal disc editions we've been seeing as cheap as 405 euros, while the digital edition's 400, so it just kind of seems like they are trying to go close up shop. But with all this going on, we're now actually seeing a brand new PS5 variant now having a few distinct changes. So apparently now there is going to be a brand new PS5, which once again could either be the Slim or could just be like the 4.0. Throughout the past few years, there has been 3 different PlayStations that have not been mostly kind of announced or talked about too much, publicized, but basically it's always been a perpetual downscale of over time, they will make it slightly smaller in terms of like the heat sink, so there's less copper, so it's just basically just less metal blocks inside the console. They've also changed up the actual APU a few different times, and as well I've also done a very small slight change-ups just for like the layout, fans, and like a lot of various things. But now they're actually gonna probably pick the next major step. Now, if you guys still currently have a PS5 or just got your Spider-Man PS5, it's not that much of a big change-up. It's not like a major new GPU, CPU, although there is a few benefits of this new PS5 variation. So if you just want to get one now, it's not the biggest deal. So basically, the new PS5 model is still reportedly in development at Sony. The new version will have 2 key improvements that we know of so far over the previous models. So the PS5 is just over 3 years basically at this point, and there have been many rumors regarding the PS5 Slim, which is why we have them in the title, and a PS5 Pro model. Previous leaks suggest the PS5 Pro is coming sometime in 2024, while the PS5 Slim may arrive as early as this coming September. Once again, not confirmed, but there. And we also have the brand new PS5 is codenamed Project Trinity, and has reportedly featured a 5 nanometer APU as part of the revision to the CFI 1300 series console, which is, if in case you're curious on those numbers, just the prior older PlayStation console. So in comparison, the original PS5 is equipped with a 7 nanometer APU. The new APU will reportedly be a considerable terms on upgrades in terms of more so efficiency. So if you guys don't know what an APU is, AMD created the APU, or the Accelerated Processing Unit, in 2011, and they refer to the CPUs, which you guys know AMD is the ones that make these, that have integrated graphics. So while these processors weren't the first to accommodate integrated graphics, they had the ability to game at an appropriate frame rate and resolution. So basically, the big idea of this one is, I wish I had a better example, but like maybe someone in the techie comments, if I say it wrong, they can chime on in. But it's kind of just like the overall, like general processing. So you guys know, kind of like a motherboard for like a really this is a really basic level. So you guys, in case you guys don't want to do that much for it, you guys can. So that's kind of what it is. It's kind of just like the internal like processing unit to make sure everything's running well. Like I said, for lack of better terms, we'll just maybe call it like just basically a CPU, or not a CPU, like a motherboard. So with that one, they're going to be basically number one, making that to a 5 nanometer instead. So that basically is, as you guys can read the article, just more of an efficiency sake. So let's go and want to say, like, let's say we have a little bit less heat and less electricity that has to be used in every time you use your console. Now, if you have a current PS5, like I still have a day one PlayStation, I don't think I necessarily am like having the biggest FOMO right now for trying to get a new console. Now, would I save money over time if I'm a massive big gamer? I'd probably say yeah, but would it be enough to offset, let's say, the $150 you do to a trade-in on a PlayStation 5 to get the new PlayStation 5? Maybe not. So at that point, I'd probably just stick with my console, and maybe we even stick out for PS5 Pro or PS6 at that point, because my console's probably going to be fine. But that is a nice big upgrade. If you are a brand new first-time console consumer, or someone buys one in the future, it will be nice to save a little bit of money in terms of efficiency, which also probably means your console will be running at least somewhat baseline, a little bit more efficient. Not efficient for me to want to sell my console and buy a new one, but it's efficient enough to know. And as well, they will also apparently not have a liquid metal cooling solution. So that basically will also be very intriguing to see this one, because this is being so more efficient. And as you guys know, when it comes to efficiency, think cars, computers, your house, whatever, it means it uses less electricity, so less heat has to be dispersed, and that means that the overall console can be running cooler. So it's almost just a really nice quality of life upgrade, where the console itself will just be running more efficiently, which is good. So it'll be less hot in your room. Let's say if it's a hot heat wave going right now in America, then guess what? You don't have to worry about any of that heat. Like, it's kind of nice, kind of good. They could maybe tone it down a little bit. Still will be dissipating heat, obviously, but it's nice to see. And as well, it just makes everything a little bit maybe less heavy. So it'll tone down a lot of stuff. So it'll save Sony money by having to spend less money on shipping weight. Think those huge big ships. And as well, it also means they'll be running more efficiently. So for the consumers on the Slim, that'll make it easier for people to save money over time on electricity. If you're a massive gamer, it's not going to save you insane amounts, but it does something, it's a more efficient, but as well probably make your things like your SSD, your GPU, CPU run just a little bit more efficiently too as well. Now, this is not saying it's going to be a huge spike in improvements on your console, but like I said, it's just one of those things where if it runs a little bit smoother, the whole process keeps on going a little bit better. Now, they also do want to go and maybe get rid of some of this liquid metal and other smaller sets to make the console smaller, to basically have the optional disk drive to be added on to it too as well. So basically, the removal of the active cooling solution suggests that the new APU will be consuming less energy. As I mentioned, the new model will also have a smaller die size, and it may have a faster computing power. Project Trinity may be the long-rumored PS5 Slim, because the absence of the liquid metal cooling solution, which takes a lot of the real estate. So basically, they can fine-tune the console, make it a little bit smaller, they can make it run more efficiently, so it's just good overall for heat dissipation, and as well also good for your own electric bill. And the rumor specs are well within reason, but they have not been officially confirmed. However, Microsoft seems also to be convinced on their court documents we mentioned before that it should be being developed. The tech giant shared documents of the FTC lawsuit hearing too as well, which is why I've talked about this. So they may want to just have this new release without even changing like a Slim or other various thing. They may even try to keep it pretty similar and try to keep it low key, but we'll have to go and see, but it will be a proper upgrade either way, although not the biggest changer. As well, in case you guys are ever kind of curious too as well, the die shots are basically just like their internal layouts over here of how the console works, what's going on, all the computer chips, how they're kind of allocated, and everything else is going kind of crazy for this one. A lot of folks are always kind of curious in the die shots too, but basically just shows that they are making the console more efficient for the upcoming coming PlayStation 5 Slim, or whatever it is called. For sake of normalcy, we'll call it the Slim in this video, and I'm very intrigued. It does seem like there are actually better internal specs coming out, and I think it's something that people who don't have their consoles are probably going to enjoy it. So give me your thoughts and comments down below. Would you guys spend the extra money to go get it? Let me know. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream as well. Amazon links too, and I'll link down below. And I just appreciate you guys all so much for watching. Put on those notifications. We'll have some more videos all throughout the next few days.